Loners Stay Together, an original mystery by Robert Napier. Chapter 10. I'm dazed from the fight. They told me later that Deputy Burr came running and fired into the shadows, but there was no trace of the big man. They identified Wallach right away, a regular customer at the Blank County Jail. There was already a couple ambulances standing by, and I was blanketed and sat in one, while paramedics put a beepy thing on my finger, and the police asked me, who was this, and who was that, and who am I? And I don't fucking know. The next thing I know, I'm on the phone with Brian, and he's screaming at me, "Stop killing people!" I hang up the phone, flick the beepy thing off my finger, and point at Deputy Burr, and I say, "Where's Ramey?" I sit at a desk with Anna Burr hovering behind me, now in uniform, and just overall being a judgy bitch while this burnt-out detective types my statement directly into the departmental forms. I'm exhausted, cut, bruised, and my throat is sore. "So this tall man," grumbles the detective. "Gone," I whisper. I can hear Burr's eyes rolling behind me. "What? Was he a fucking magician? Where could he go?" Deputy Dillon, now in uniform, drops his report on the desk. Detective Burnout takes a perfunctory flip through the 3 double-spaced pages. "And how did they get into the house?" Dillon tugged up his duty belt. "We're still looking into it. We think one of the security guys let him in." I lean over in my chair and I see Ramey in a back office, ashen and tearful. "Are we done?" I whisper. The detective grunts. Burr stands over me. "For now. When are you leaving town?" I look Deputy Burr in the eye and I let her know. Can't get rid of me that easy. Ramey was alone, staring at the wall with a jail-issue blanket over her shoulders. I come into the office, careful not to startle her. "Are they treating you okay?" She seems happy to see me, but I don't know. Her lip quivers apologetically. "I heard what happened. They told me Dr. Rithvik is in critical condition. They took him to the hospital." Ramey started to cry. "I'm sorry I got into this so late, but if you want, I'd like to stick around, maybe dig where cops don't go." Ramey ran her finger across her nose. "I don't know where you'd start." "Well, how about some of the other doctors or faculty?" "They won't tell you anything." I'm persuasive. For the first time, I see a real glimmer of hope in her eyes. "Yes, I think you are." But that glimmer faded and she stared into her hands. "But I can't pay you." "Don't worry about it. I'm not going anywhere anyway. I'd like to say I'm a big damn hero for you, kid, but I'm not. I'm here to find out who killed my brother. There's no way Rithvik's attack was a coincidence. If I solve one, maybe I'll solve the other. But I'm sleepy now, though. We'll solve murders in the morning, okay?" She sniffles and we shake on it. I woke up on the couch. I don't even remember coming home. Or here, I mean. I'm out of that awful dress, but now I'm shirtless in a bedsheet. I hear noises in the kitchen. Fuck, where's my gun? My eyes dart around the room. "I didn't want to get shot," said Anna. She poked her head cautiously past the dividing wall. "Your hand cannon is in here. I'm making waffles." I'm so confused. I put on a pair of shorts and one of Roman's campus sweaters. It's 15 sizes too big for me, but I like that I can hide in it. It smells like him. Reminds me of wrestling with him over the remote, or the window seat, or at tea parties, or the water slide, or when he wouldn't give me a ride to the mall, or when he tripped me in the living room, or that time I sold his furniture on eBay. Actually, we wrestled a lot. My revolver was on the kitchen counter. It had been processed by the county, and I had to admit it was nice of the deputy to return it to me. I slip open the cylinder. Obviously, it's been unloaded. The rounds were lined up like soldiers against the bread box. My chest tightens as I remember why there are only 4. Because I fucked up. Anna can tell I'm confused. "Small town," she apologizes. "Everybody has multiple jobs." I'm a deputy, but also the town social worker because, she makes air quotes with her fingers, I'm a woman with feelings and sensitivity, Sometimes I'm evidence tech, computer analyst, or whatever the department needs me to be. I sit at the table and deputy, etc., drops a plate of waffles in front of me. Except she's not a deputy at the moment. She looks like a human being in jeans and a cardigan. "You had a big night," she understated as she flopped down across from me. "I've had worse." I tried to act like a badass, but my throat was still sore as fuck, and I sounded like a pubescent mouse. But she didn't doubt my claim. She slid a cold energy drink to me, and I thanked merciful Christ as I cracked the tab. "Ciro brought a case this morning." I didn't acknowledge what she said. I was too busy slamming this sweet beverage. "What?" "He was checking on you. You must have made an impression." I sat the can down. "You two know each other?" "Oh, please. Everyone has worked for Dr. Ritvik at some point. That means, at the very least, the whole town is a suspect." In keeping with my badass routine, I was going to push the plate away and kick her out, but god damn it, I do like waffles, especially with ice cream. I hop up and check the freezer. There's a half-crushed, freezer-burned carton of plain vanilla behind the peas. "Oh my god, have you ever tried this?" Anna shakes her head skeptically as I plop 2 scoops onto her peace offering. "Roman said you like waffles." I pause between mouthfuls. "He talked about me?" Anna shuffled in her seat. "No, not really." "What did he say?" I demanded, like I was going to wrestle him over it. "Except he's dead." "He said you were a pain in the ass. Stubborn, temperamental, aggressive, and stupidly loyal to the wrong people." "Oh, I thought it was something bad." "And that you liked waffles. You had that in common." "You make waffles for him?" "Off and on." "How did you meet?" "I took his class. REM sleep and memory consolidation. It was a graduate course, but I got permission to take it my senior year." Heady stuff for a cop. Psychology is 90% of what cops do, but I didn't always want to be a cop. "Neuroscience," I said, spitting waffle at her. "What?" "He was a neuroscientist, not a psychologist." Burr laughed. "Tell that to Norman Donner." And okay, she got me with that one. We both laughed. "What a dork." I forked my last waffle. "So why did you become a cop?" Anna scratched a stain on the tabletop. "I don't know. I always wanted to help people. Seemed to make sense. It's like, I just woke up one day and wanted to be a cop." I nodded and smoothly transitioned back into my investigation. He was doing some kind of experiments?" Burr's demeanor instantly frosted. She spun her coffee mug. "Yeah. Publishing is required for tenure. All the science professors do experiments. But these weren't the publishing kind. I push her because maybe she forgot who she's dealing with. Some kind of sleep experiments? You've obviously gone through his computer, you tell me. Did he experiment on you?" "He had a lot of better students. I talk with my full, don't fuck with me." Anna Burr ate one waffle with her fingers, pet the cat, gave me a 50-50 nurturing, condescending look even though I'm older than her, and said, "I'm working an extra shift," as she slipped out the door and left me with the dishes. I paused to reflect on the conversation, which quickly turns to how I almost got myself killed while accomplishing nothing, and how everybody thinks I'm an idiot and a fraud, even you, and that there are even more text messages and missed phone calls I'm not returning. That's when I realize I've forgotten all about the creepy phone call from Roman's ghost that brought me here in the first place. The ghost had to be a co-conspirator with a tape recorder, or some kind of computer program. I was hoping for a conspirator a la tape recorder because I hate computers. I check Roman's PC again. The chess game is still open, but idle. About an hour after Ciro scared the shit out of me, Baron Bones had sent another message. "You dead again, bro?" Then my phone vibrated, and it was an unknown number. "This is Raimi. Meet me at the bookstore on campus." How did she get my number? Not even I know my number. It takes 45 minutes to find parking on campus, even for someone with a very loose definition of parking space. I pace the sidewalk amid rows of trees and shambling students with their noses in their phones and the same bus going round and round the block. It's almost noon. The sun is bright and the streets are busy. I poke at the Band-Aid on my cheek where that big bastard backhanded me. I see Raimi at the corner. She hops excitedly when she sees me but resists the urge to wave. She hurries over to me and awkwardly hugs me from the side. "You came." "Yeah, so what's our move? And how did you get my number?" "You gave it to me." "I was pretty fucked up last night, but I know I didn't, and she knows I know." "Okay, Ciro got it for me. He does computers." I fucking knew there was something wrong with him. "Don't be mad." "Fine. What are we doing here?" "Okay, so there's a guy who works here who can get us in." "Into what, Raimi?" "Right, there's like this club, sort of. They're not like a club, like not a college club or anything." I nod through a growing headache. "But they, know all about this stuff, right? And this guy can get us in to talk to them." "What stuff? Talk about what?" Her voice drops. "The experiments. That's what you want to know about, right?" "No, I don't care about any experiments. I just want to know who killed my brother." "I know, but it's not a coincidence. You said that. I think Dr. Rithvik was trying to replicate your brother's work." "And that's why someone tried to kill him too?" "That's what I think." "So we find out what they were working on, maybe we find out who the killer is?" Raimi pretended to punch my arm. "Jess, come on."
Hello, listener. My name is Robert Napier. I just wanted to say thank you for your support. If you enjoy this content or have suggestions on how to improve on it, please leave a like or comment. It would mean a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. Consider subscribing so you never miss an episode. Thank you.